The 2026 World Cup, 48 teams. But the truth is, the top favorites don't always win. In 2022, Morocco reached the semifinals. In 2002, South Korea made it to the final. In 2010, the Netherlands lost in the final. In every major tournament, teams surprise everyone. And today I'm going to talk about 10 teams that will surprise everyone in 2026. These aren't just predictions. It's a list I've compiled based on statistics, expert analysis, and current form charts. Are you ready? Because some of these names will really surprise you. Paraguay is ranked 10th. Don't ask what that has to do with anything. Paraguay isn't a major soccer nation. They've never won a championship. But in the history of the FIFA World Cup, there's one thing they're really good at, being a thorn in the side. Paraguay has participated in nearly every World Cup since 1958. In 2010, they reached the quarterfinals. No one saw that coming. The team's DNA is rooted in a defensive, disciplined, and determined style of play. They apply such effective pressure on their opponents that it drives you crazy. They capitalize on scoring opportunities with finesse, and they enter big matches with low expectations. Think of it this way, you really want to win something, but it doesn't happen. Yet you win it when you least expect it. That's the very definition of a surprise. In 2026, they're in the same group as the US, Turkey, and Australia. They have a chance to advance from the group, and if they do, no one will want to stop them, because playing against Paraguay is always a battle. Turkey is ranked 9th. I have to say, Turkey was one of the most exciting teams on this list. Why? Arda Guler. Real Madrid's rising star possesses a footballing intelligence far beyond his years, despite being only 21. Alongside him is Kenan Yıldız, the new face of Turkish football, who currently plays for Juventus. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, meanwhile, is the engine of Inter Milan's midfield, a world-class player. Turkey reached the semifinals of the 2002 World Cup. The magic of that generation hasn't faded, it's just been renewed. The new generation of Turkish players is now competing for Europe's biggest clubs. Tactically, Turkey plays with high pressure and quick transitions against its opponents. They can break out at any moment. In the group stage, they'll face the US, Paraguay, and Australia. Advancing from this group is definitely possible. What's next? Nothing is impossible. We'll see Turkey's performance this year together. The United States is ranked 8th. It's no coincidence that the host nation made this list. Historically, host nations have always outperformed expectations. South Korea hosted the tournament in 2002 and reached the semifinals. France hosted in 1998 and won the World Cup. The US will host again in 2026. But it's not just about hosting. This generation's talent is real. Christian Pulisic, who plays for Chelsea and has been scoring goals left and right in the Premier League. Weston McKennie, Yunus Musa, Giovanni Reina, they all play in Europe's top leagues. Ricardo Pepi, meanwhile, has recently emerged as a standout goal scorer. The U.S. team's tactical play has also evolved. They're no longer just a team that runs. They're a team that thinks and executes their game plan on the field until the very end. If they comfortably advance through the group stage, this quality combined with the home field advantage creates a dangerous combination. If you're rooting for the US, write USA champion in the comments. Colombia is ranked 7th. For those who don't know, think back to the 1994 World Cup held in North America. In the 1994 FIFA World Cup, Brazil drew 0-0 with Italy in the final, and for the first time in World Cup history, the match went to a penalty shootout. Brazil won 3-2 in the shootout to claim its 4th title. The tournament's unforgettable moment was Roberto Baggio missing the final penalty. Romario, meanwhile, became Brazil's star. However, the most tragic event of the tournament was the death of Andres Escobar in Colombia following an own goal he scored. Colombia had been regarded as one of the world's top teams before the tournament began. Pelé had even declared them champions. But they lost 1-0 to Argentina in their first group stage match due to that own goal and were eliminated early. Following that tournament, one of the most tragic events in world soccer history unfolded. 32 years later, another tournament is being held, this time in North America. And this time, Colombia is very different. Luis Diaz plays for Liverpool. No one can stop him on the left wing. James Rodriguez continues to be one of the best playmakers on the field and is putting on a performance that makes you forget his age. In the 2020 for Copa America, Colombia has been in incredible form throughout the group stage and knockout rounds. If this form carries over to 2026, Colombia could astonish everyone at that tournament. Senegal is ranked No.6. They are undoubtedly the most organized and dangerous team in African soccer. They were eliminated in the round of 16 of the 2022 World Cup after losing to England, but that doesn't show their true potential. This time, they're much better prepared. They won the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Their squad is strong. Sadio Mane remains the leader, but a young and aggressive generation has grown up around him. Physically, they have the strength to challenge European teams, and their defense is excellent. They'll face a tough draw in the group stage, sharing a group with France and Norway, but don't forget they beat France in their first group match in 2002. The champions. And since that day, Senegal has grown much stronger. This group will only make them sharper. If they advance from the group stage, they could go all the way to the quarterfinals. We'll see. South Korea at number 5. This name shouldn't come as a surprise on this list, but it's still surprising that the world underestimates them. In 2002, South Korea reached the semifinals. In 2018, they knocked Germany out in the group stage, leaving the world speechless. This team takes down a major contender in every tournament. And now there's Son Heung-min, Tottenham's legendary captain, the man who scored the Premier League's goal of the season, the heart and brain of the national team. South Korea's playing system is perfectly synchronized. It's as if every player knows exactly when to apply pressure and when to take up position. This discipline is a real headache for top-tier teams. The players have gained experience in Europe's top leagues and continue to do so. This team is no longer just a hope, but a real threat. They're aiming for the quarterfinals, and if they achieve it, they'll go down in history. Canada is ranked 4th, and that's truly exciting. Canada is one of the host nations, but it's not just about hosting. This generation's talent is real, and they're reaching their peak right now. Alphonso Davies, Bayern Munich's left back, is one of the fastest soccer players in the world. It's not just speed, it's technique, intelligence, and leadership. There's plenty of talent. Jonathan David has become one of Europe's top scorers at Lille. Tajon Buchanan plays for Milan. These names are now stars in the major leagues. Canada qualified for the 2022 World Cup but failed to advance past the group stage. This disappointment has only fueled their determination. They'll be hosting the tournament in 2026 and aim to reach at least the quarterfinals. If the power of the home crowd, Alphonso Davies' breakout performance, and Jonathan David's goal-scoring prowess come together, this Canadian team could really go places. Norway is ranked 3rd. They're one of my favorites and the most dangerous team on this list. Why? Erling Haaland, Manchester City's goal machine, the top scorer in Europe over the past 2 seasons. In cup competitions, Haaland shifts into a different gear because long passes, open spaces, and direct football are second nature to him. Alongside him is Martin Degaard, Arsenal's captain, a world-class player in terms of creativity and vision. Norway hadn't qualified for the World Cup since 1998. This tournament marks a historic comeback for them, and comebacks are always strong. They have a relatively easier draw in the group stage. Advancing from the group is almost guaranteed. What's next? If Haaland stays in form throughout the tournament, and that's highly likely, Norway could make it to the quarterfinals. And there's not a single team that would want to face Haaland in the quarterfinals. Morocco is ranked No. 2, and this team has been incredibly successful. Morocco isn't really a surprise anymore. But their No. 2 ranking on this list is well-deserved, because they stunned everyone in 2022, and I think they're going to do it again. They beat Belgium in the 2022 World Cup. They eliminated Spain on penalties. They crushed Portugal, and they lost to France in the semifinals by just 2-0. People all over the world were on their feet. This time, Morocco is more experienced. They're the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations champions. Walid Regraoi's defensive system is still rock solid. Achraf Hakimi is the best right back in the world. In the group stage, they're in the same group as Brazil. That's a tough draw. But Morocco is ready for big matches. If they advance from the group and they could even make it to the final in this tournament. The story of 2022 isn't over yet. And number 1, Japan. The Blue Samurai. And this choice is actually very easy. At the 2022 World Cup, Japan was in the same group as Germany and Spain. Everyone thought they would be eliminated. The result? They beat Germany 2-1. They beat Spain 2-1. They finished first in the group. That's an incredible achievement. So what's changed for 2026? Everything's gotten better. Koru Mitoma has become a player the world is watching thanks to his performances at Brighton. No one can stop him in tight spaces. Takefusa Kubo has caught Europe's attention at Real Sociedad. And as a team, this isn't a team of individual stars, but a collective force, synchronized pressing, disciplined defense, quick transitions. They have a system that overwhelms opponents. In 2026, they'll face Sweden, the Netherlands, and Tunisia in their group. Advancing from the group is very realistic, and if they do, this Japan is better than the Japan of 2022. Quarterfinals, semifinals? Why not? I can confidently say Japan will be one of the biggest surprise teams of 2026. Here are the 10 surprise teams of the 2026 World Cup. Now I'm asking you which team will surprise you the most. Leave a comment. And here's a bonus question. Is there a country you'd like to see on the list but didn't include? I'm curious about that, too. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.